when you get signed to a library, do you just keep sending in new tracks as you complete them? Or do you maybe wait till you have like a full album to submit to them? How does that process, how does that ongoing working relationship work when you've been accepted by a music library? So as with most of my advice that I give you guys, it's all about communication. So first of all, never assume anything. So let's say you submitted an album to a library, they accepted it, they love it. Don't assume that you should just keep sending in that style of music over and over and over again, right? Because maybe they liked what that was, but they might not need more than one album of it. They feel like just one album of it right now is enough for them to get started pitching to their clients. Maybe they want something a little bit different. Could be maybe even the same style of what you pitched, but they want a different emotional focus to it, maybe more of a hybrid style, a different approach. They want different sounds. Who knows, right? So the first thing you should do is never assume what they want or how they want it. You should always just immediately, as soon as you get under contract, as soon as they accept that album and you're excited, the first thing you should do is email them, text them, call them, and say, what do you guys need? What are you looking for? How can I serve you? Do you want more of what I just gave you? I also have a couple of other styles or directions that I can go in. What are you pitching? What are you working on? What do your clients need right now? The more that you ask those questions, the more you're going to be able to serve their needs. And some libraries will say, we want music now. Just send us tracks as soon as you get them done. We need a full album. Just if you get one track done, send it to us. We'll give you any feedback and then we'll get it into our catalog as soon as possible. Other libraries might say, you know what? We can't do it a track by track basis. We just don't have time to do that. We'd like to batch everything at once. So we need 10 more tracks like this, and they'll give you some references or some ideas, or just tell you, actually go create 10 more tracks like the ones you just gave us. We need a lot more of that stuff. And as soon as you have the 10 tracks, send it back over to us and we'll review it. And if we like it, we'll accept it and we'll obviously get it uploaded into our catalog. So always ask that question. How can I help you? How can I serve you? How do you want this to be processed and sent to you? A lot of libraries, especially in the beginning phases, they'll want you to send them MP3s, like essentially previews or maybe streaming links of what you've done, because they might give you some feedback. Because, you know, working with a new library, or maybe it's your first library, you might not get it right the first time, but you might get 80% right of what they're looking for. So it's probably better before you start bouncing all your finals and alt mixes and stems and just sending that as a final product. Send them probably MP3s or streaming links and say, what do you guys think? Do you like these? Should I start giving you the finals and the stems? That way you're not doing double work, right? It takes a long time to bounce all those things. And if you send all this mistake that I've made, this is, you know, years of experience telling you guys this, where I've spent hours bouncing down finals and stems, sending it to a library for them to go, you know what, that synth you're using isn't quite right. The track feels kind of slow. Can you speed up the whole thing? Okay, let me go ahead and undo all that stuff that I just did and retake something and swap something out. So save yourself a lot of that headache and just wasted time and effort by probably sending them your preview of an MP3 first so that they can decide whether or not they're going to accept it. And if they give you the thumbs up on it, then you know you can go get those finals out. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about communication.